North Carolina fell just short of pulling off an improbable bowl win as 14.5-point underdogs over number 15 Oregon, but it was the Ducks that rallied from 10 points back in the final quarter to defeat the Tar Heels 28-27 in the Holiday Bowl. From the outside looking in, before kickoff, this was a game that on paper, Carolina had no business being in. They had no offensive coordinator, a first-time play caller, and their top two receivers were out. There's a reason why this was one of the most lopsided spreads this bowl season. And it speaks to a larger point with this team. With Drake May at quarterback, he is going to, at the very least, give you a chance. His numbers from tonight don't jump off the page as he threw for 206 yards and completed a bit over half of his passes, yet that kid had all the adversity in the world against him leading into this, and he battled. It's honestly hard to put into words what a special player he is. Josh Downs opts out. Antoine Green picks up a lower body injury and he is ruled out. He's got true freshmen out there running routes that had never caught a pass before at this level. His position coach and coordinator takes the same job at Wisconsin, and despite all of that, he gave Carolina a chance to win this one. You can count on one hand the players in the country who could have dragged this team out in front the way that he did. At the very least, Carolina fans can sleep with confidence knowing that'll be their quarterback next year before the 2024 draft. Through the transfer portal, the goal is obvious. Stockpile him with as much talent as you can possibly get to Chapel Hill after turning down a reported offers of up to $5 million to leave. That's the least that he deserves. With him, you can overcome a spotty defense. You can overcome any coaching deficiencies. His talent alone can raise a team's ceiling. We saw that tonight. We also saw where this team has major shortcomings. UNC's 4 red zone trips resulted in 17 points. That's not going to get the job done against a team like Oregon. I believe the hope from Mack Brown is that the hirings of new offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey and offensive line coach Randy Clements addresses those red zone struggles by being able to run the ball inside the 20 more efficiently. Also, after holding Oregon scoreless on 4 straight possessions, the defense was left needing just one stop to effectively end the game. Oregon scored in 2 minutes and 15 seconds and then 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The defense offered little to no resistance when it was needed the most. There are a lot of questions that need to be asked, like how an undersized and under-recruited player is the only one who seems to win his one-on-one assignment with any regularity to get to the opposing quarterbacks, while 5-star talent can't get on the field, or why the cornerbacks often find themselves out of position trailing and commit penalties. The scheme isn't perfect, but it's far from the biggest issue. In his postgame, Mack Brown said he will take a break after this one and then meet with Gene Chizik and the assistant coaches separately before making any decisions on who returns for next season. For this team to take that next step, it's not a matter of if, but when some of those changes come. This team was on the doorstep of double-digit wins and came plummeting to the ground when the quarterback couldn't pull off the heroics that had carried them earlier. That harsh reality is something that they'll have to sit with now for 8 months. From Petco Park, signing off for Inside Carolina, I'm Taylor Vippolis, and you stay classy, San Diego.